fuck is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Do Say Nights with LV, episode 116. That's Lonnie. I'm Victor. They need to stop letting me intro this shit because clearly I can't get my numbers right.
Start writing it at the bottom of your card.
That's a good point. I should put that in my cue card.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, very busy week this week, right?
Yeah,
I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the world.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about the world, Craig.
The world, 100%.
We had the Grammys tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start right there. Shout out to Bad Bunny. Won a Grammy, right? Performing the Super Bowl next week.
Mm-hmm. Next Sunday.
Not that I really think Grammys are important, but, you know, if they want to slide us a podcast one, like, I'll accept the one.
Wouldn't that go into content creation, though?
What?
Like, wouldn't it be its own separate?
They have a podcast Grammy now.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Nah, there is one. Did I send you this? No, I didn't. Did I send anybody this? Actually, it's a screenshot. During Bad Bunny's speech today, he said, "Ice out. We are not savage. We are not animals. We're not aliens. We are humans, and we are Americans." I would like to say, personally, I don't necessarily like all the time when people make political stances, whether it's either side. But I think we're at a really important time in our country where shit is going crazy.
It is.
And I'm not the type of person that thinks talking or protesting or any of that shit really does anything. But I feel like we're in a place where if you are in a position of power, you should speak. And I know a lot of people aren't going to agree that one of the biggest artists in the world is in a position of power. But when you have hundreds of millions of people listening to you, hundreds of millions of people who grasp on your every word, you do hold power. You are a leader of some sort. And so I just feel like, you know, if not now, then when?
Right.
Now I'm gonna shut my bitch ass up because I don't have that pull.
I mean, but anybody could say something and then it blows up, you know? So I don't think that people that's not powerful or in a position of power can't say something and it still blow up like the person that got power.
Okay, and that's fine, right? But my whole point on that is, what is talking gonna solve, right? Let's take this to anything, right? Mm-hmm. Telling the dude who's robbing you, stop robbing me. That's not gonna fix nothing, right? Telling the people who are killing you, we don't want to be killed, stop killing us. What is that gonna change? That's not changing anything. The talking is doing nothing, you know? And that's why I'm really not one for protest, one for talking. It doesn't really solve anything. That's why I keep my political opinions to myself. Because I always think, what is me saying something about this going to change? And if the answer is absolutely nothing, there's no reason for me to waste my time saying something about it. Now, if I see something that's really fucked up, like a couple weeks ago, I saw that 5-year-old boy getting detained in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that's really fucked up. So I'll speak on something that I think is super egregiously fucked up and say, yo, that's fucked up. But past that, I'm not going to make 10,000 posts about it. I'm not just going to keep talking about it. If there's ever a time for action, you know, I will support whatever side necessary.
What about the people? Okay, boom. Like, okay, this whole ICE situation.
Yeah.
What about the people that it affect? You know, you mentioned, you know, I'm not going to make 10,000 posts about it. But, like,
yeah,
being from a background that, you know, is involved with all the whole ICE situation. Now, granted, you may not be in that position of having to deal with them.
I hate when people say that, though. And here's why. And you know this as a black man, right? You're viewed as a certain way because you're a black man.
100%.
Right? Certain people are just going to view you a certain way, and there's nothing you can do to change that. Well, the same people that view you a certain way because you're a black man are gonna view me a certain way because of my heritage.
Right, but
Because I'm Mexican, right?
no, I'm gonna say this because I'm the same way as well as other people. When I first met you, I didn't know you was Mexican.
But here's the thing. I'm very unapologetically Mexican, right? I dress like a Mexican. I walk like a Mexican. I talk like a Mexican. And if anybody asks me, I tell them. There has been, obviously, I'm lighter skinned, right? But there has been times in my life, especially like growing up, where the white people told me, you're not like us, you're Mexican. Right? And that's as far as I'm going to take that. There's been times, because you know I've traveled all over this country. There's been times that I've encountered border patrol, right? And have been asked odd fucking questions. So I get everybody's point, but it's still a point of contention for me because it affects me.
Right.
It probably will never affect my kids. But then also the other thing is I have very Mexican or Hispanic facial features. You're not gonna mistake my facial features for a white person.
No.
The features are what they are. I got a big ass nose. Like my jaw, like I look like a Mexican. I just look like a very white Mexican. Not like Canelo type though. But like I said, the people that it's affecting, I feel for them. And that's in all situations. If there's something that's wrong that I think is wrong, I feel bad about it.
Yeah, because I mean, I see like, I follow this dude. I follow a few people that like are affected by the whole ICE situation, whether it's directly or whether it's like with their family or whatever. And I see like constant posts every day about something new or something like ongoing with that. And I'll just be like, I felt the same way you did. Like, well, I post about it 10,000 times, but at the same time, I had to sit here and think like that's not necessarily affecting me.
No, for sure. And I'm not telling anybody not to do it. I'm just speaking as to why I don't personally speak about anything political.
Right.
Because I don't see a point in it because it's not changing anything.
Yeah.
You might post 10,000 things, but actual change that's happening in the world is not coming from it because you're not big enough for anybody to take your voice seriously. Now, when a global superstar like Bad Bunny speaks up and says something, it means a lot more.
Yeah, because you got somebody
he's got a lot more reach. Yeah. He's got a lot more influence, right? And I don't think it's anybody's place to tell anybody if they should or if they should not speak, right? I just know me personally, speaking doesn't make an impact.
But you never know though.
But here's the thing you can do. Make something of yourself, right? Make yourself into that big name. And then speaking does have an impact.
Yeah. You're more powerful at that point.
Exactly.
Like you said, you got more reach.
So I implore anybody who wants to change the world or doesn't like the world that they're living in. I'm not just gonna box in this country because it's not just this country. If you want to make a change, you have to gain power. That's the only way to make a change. Now, however you deem that necessary, that's on you. That's your ideals.
Right.
But the only way to make a change is to have power. A powerless person isn't going to make any change. Ever. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's history.
That's true.
But that's not really what I was trying to talk about in this topic. One is Grammy tonight, headlining this Super Bowl next week. He's on a world tour right now, which does not include the United States because of the ICE stuff that's going on. I know, me personally, I already know that Bad Bunny is probably top 2 or 3 musicians in the world. As far as fame, recognition. The people who don't know him typically are non-Spanish speaking Americans.
Yeah.
But the rest of the world knows him.
100%.
Spain knows him. Argentina knows him. Brazil knows. Everybody knows him. Is this the year of Bad Bunny?
I do think it is and this comes from a person that don't necessarily listen to him. I've heard a few songs. One of the bigger popular hits, in my personal opinion. But I think this is going to be a breakthrough year for him. For one, because he's going to be on a big stage. He just won that Grammy. And he has been performing and producing very well with a lot of his songs and albums and stuff. So I do feel like being on this platform that he's about to be on after winning this Grammy, a week prior, I feel like this is going to be put him in a position where he's going to elevate all through the year and probably even longer. But this year specifically, he's going to break through for sure.
I think anybody who doesn't know who Bad Bunny is or has no clue who Bad Bunny is will after next Sunday.
Oh yeah.
And as much as I dislike this person, last year Kendrick Lamar got a huge boost by performing the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
A performance I didn't watch. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, as much as I don't like to say this, last year was the year of Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
He took the momentum from the summer before, from the diss, and parlayed that into the album. Didn't the album drop 2025?
It did.
Parlayed that into the album, right? Had a whole bunch of fanfare that he hadn't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Performed the Super Bowl. Performed the stadium tour. People back and forth will argue about how well that went or how well that didn't go. But performed the stadium tour. He had the best year of his life.
It did.
Because he was a new act to the Super Bowl. The eyes that hadn't seen him before were seeing him now. Now they had just seen him off the Drake diss because he dissed the biggest musician in the world. Mm-hmm. They had seen him off of that. But now they're seeing him in another light because you dissed this dude. Now you come into the Super Bowl where 85% of white America, middle America, is watching who don't know your name, but now they see you. You're singing that little song on the radio that they hear 60 times a day, whether they want to or not. And like, oh, I kind of like this guy, Mm-hmm. And you're getting a lot more fans from that. So shout out to Benito, performing on Sunday. This is gonna be the year of Bad Bunny. That's my prediction. I think you're not gonna not be able to see Bad Bunny this year.
Yeah.
Whether it's advertisements, whether it's media outlets, whether it's blogs, whether it's fucking tabloids, you're not gonna not be able to see Bad Bunny this year. Mm-hmm. That's my prediction for the year.
I can see it.
I love that we're a month in and now I'm giving predictions.
It's like you're God or something.
No, I'm saying like I'm late to the party. But also what I'll say is I think right now is the perfect time for him. With all this immigration control and everything going on, now is the perfect time for him to catch fire. Mm-hmm. Because one side is going to hate him and the other side is going to love him.
Yeah.
And you want to know what's great about being hated? The side that hates the side that hates you is going to love you just because it pisses them off.
Yeah.
Easy money. All right, let's get into some more shit that happened this weekend, right?
Talk to me.
Yesterday, obviously, you know that I used to box. Yesterday, the biggest fight of the year happened.
Mm-hmm.
Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Right? First and foremost, congratulations, Shakur Stevenson. I had my money on the other side. I should have never doubted you. But Tio's that dude. Mm-hmm. Dominated Lomachenko. And you're also that dude. Last night, you dominated that fight from start to finish. There was no questioning who won that fight. It was a jab-heavy fight. You didn't even run, though. Like, what most people say about Shakur Stevenson is that he runs a lot. Mm-hmm. He didn't run. He stood right in front of him and beat his ass. So, shout out to Shakur. Tio's dad needs his ass beat.
That was disrespectful.
Teofimo's dad was in the corner talking to his son crazy. Now, I don't have a dad, so I don't know if that's how dads talk to you.
I can't relate. My dad never talked to me like that.
But let me tell you something. If my dad ever cornered me and he asked me where the fuck my power went, or he told me that tomorrow morning I'm gonna hate myself,
More than I hate you right now is crazy.
I'm slapping the fire out of him when I get out of that ring. I don't care if you my dad or not. I'm slapping the piss out of you, dog. Like, what are you talking about? In the biggest fight of my life, which it was for both of them, it was the biggest fight of both their life to this point. You gonna talk all this shit to me to try to get me motivated? Nah, don't get me motivated like that. Tell me what the fuck to do. You're my trainer.
Yeah. I think that's a thing, and this is like kind of left field or out of context, but that's the thing about working with family.
No, for real.
Like,
it doesn't matter what business you're in. It's hard to work with family.
Like that kind of shit gets you. It cross certain boundaries that you didn't know that you should have had with them, and then them wanting to be in all the business that you, especially if you like own stuff, like you putting all the money in, like all of that kind of stuff, and you bringing them in because you want your closest people to eat with you, and then they kind of like fuck you over when things start to dwindle down or shit gets bad or like you have a bad little hiccup or whatever. That shit is just dead. Like, that's why you can work with family if you can, like, if you can trust them and you can build with them and they can stick by you when shit get hard. But like, most people can't work with family, and that's why. Like, I can't have somebody in my corner. Like, that's just like if I was your trainer or vice versa, you was my trainer, and I might be losing a fight. Like, your job is to encourage me, tell me what I'm slipping up on, and then
okay, so here's the thing, right? Because not only have I been in that ring before, but I have cornered people before, right? Mm-hmm. You might be drowning in there. I might know you're gonna fucking lose. I've been in that situation, cornering somebody where I'm in there watching them in that cage, and I know they're losing. I know they're getting their ass whooped, right? And there ain't shit I can do about it. And there's not a worse feeling in the world than watching somebody that you're really close with get their ass beat, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
But you at least got to say, hey, you're not doing this, right?
It's not
do this.
It's not about what you say, it's how you say it, though.
No, that's fine. But he wasn't even giving him any instructions. He wasn't saying, hey, throw to the body more.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, so he was getting into him as if, like,
he was just getting in his ass for no good reason.
Like he was a piece of shit.
Exactly.
And it's like, granted, like you said, like, you might be drowning that motherfucker, but like at the same time, like, you gotta say your negative in a way that they can receive it and not feel like it's bashful or make it feel like they just the scum of the earth. But then again, give them an uplifting, like, tell them what they need to work on, tell them what they need to fix, show them how they can improve, like something. Cause y'all call it camps, right?
Yeah.
Y'all be in these camps for all these weeks, all these months, like y'all working on shit.
It's typically about 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, so so it's like y'all work on all of this shit, and then like that entire time they might be fucking up. You're not treating them the same way in the fuck up they do while y'all in camp versus how you do mid fight. You know what I'm saying?
And if you look at the difference between Shakur Stevenson's grandfather, who was his trainer, and Teofimo Lopez's dad, who was his trainer. Now, obviously, one was winning, one was losing, right? Mm-hmm. But the grandfather was in there like, hey, exactly what we worked on. Pop that jab. You're catching him with it. 1-2, 1-2. He was letting him know, hey, what we're doing is working. Keep doing it, right? Mm-hmm. If Teofimo's dad would have been like, hey, work the body. We've been working this all camp. Work the body, work the body. Because Teofimo did win one round in the entire fight, 1 out of 12, right? And it was because he was working the body. Now, I don't know what type of insight that the reporters have, that the announcers have, but everybody was talking about the whole camp. They worked body shots, right? Which personally is my favorite thing. Work the body, finish them later. Tire the motherfucker out. It's really easy to finish somebody when you take them into deep waters, you cut their little safety floaties, and you make them breathe real deep. Right? But now what happened? He's over here just talking shit to his son. Where the fuck your power at? But also, you said get your negatives out. Never get your negatives out while somebody's in the ring. If you want to do that shit afterwards, you want to go back to the locker room and berate me? All right, cool. Because I probably earned that. Right? Maybe I didn't do a single thing that we worked on in camp. You could cuss me out in the back. Well, I'm in this fucking ring, no negatives.
Yeah.
If you don't got shit good to say, don't say shit at all. Just let me keep getting my ass beat how I'm doing it. I don't need help getting my ass beat. You know?
Yeah.
That's already fucking happening.
I get it.
Be positive. Tell me what I need to do. If you're seeing shit that I'm not doing that you think will work, let me know. I'm probably not going to listen because that's another thing that people don't understand. When you get in the ring, bro, it's a completely different world. It doesn't matter what anybody tells you. And that's why you need to have a real trusted person in your corner because you might listen to that person. But you hear all types of shit in the crowd. You hear all types of shit from the other trainers. And it's just going in one ear and out the other because you're in fight or flight mode, right?
Yeah.
It's like I got this motherfucker in front of me and we both trying to kill each other. It's like two gorillas in the jungle. So that I can't really respect his dad for that.
That was out of pocket.
That was corny, bro. It was corny. And it was even cornier because all at the press conference and everything, you was over here dancing with the belt, acting like what your son earned is from you, which if you're his trainer, you're part of that. You're probably a big part of that.
Yeah.
But don't act like that, be all braggadocious and shit, right? And then when shit hits the fan, you over here belittling somebody. Somebody who most of the money you have is probably because of their success, because of their work.
Mm-hmm.
Belittling somebody like that in public, on television, where everybody can hear it, like that's fucked up. I just want to say one thing because this really is what I got out of the fight. Me watching it as a person, right? And this is to any young fighter who knows who I was. Any trainer who knows who I was. I just want to say this to y'all because this is something that I learned. And this is something that T.O. learned last night. No matter how much you love the game, it don't love you back.
Yeah.
And that's anything in life. No matter how much you love that girl, it don't mean she gonna love you back. Just because you give your heart to something, just because you give your all to something, just because you never let it down, does not mean that that's gonna be reciprocated to you. That's what I took out of that fight. Because when I watched the post-fight interviews and I saw Tio talking about I would still like to do this, even though that's only his second loss, I believe, I saw somebody who was broken. I saw somebody who had everything riding on one night and it didn't go their way. That's the game. The game don't love you. It don't matter what game it is. It could be the rap game. It could be the fucking podcasting game. It could be the boxing game. It could be the fucking football. Anything.
Yeah.
Anything you do in life, to anybody out here who's watching this and who's going to pursue something, just because you love the game, it doesn't mean it's going to love you back. That was my takeaway. It sucks. It does.
That was a lot.
It's the same thing with relationships, though, bro. You pour your whole heart out to that girl. Do everything for her. Bend over backwards. Do shit that might put you out of your spot where you're comfortable. That don't mean she gonna love you back.
Or vice versa.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm talking, like I said last week, I can only talk from
A man's perspective.
our
Yeah.
point of view because I've only lived our point of view.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know? But I just want every dude out there to hear that. Hey, try your best. Live your life how you want to live it, living on your terms. But just because you love that shit don't mean it's going to love you back.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on since we're talking about love, right? All right, Lonnie. It's time for our What Would You Do of the week.
Talk to me.
What would you do if your girl gave you an ultimatum that you have 6 months to propose to her or she's single?
How long we been together?
It don't matter. I don't think it matters.
No, it matters for sure.
All right, let's say it was a couple years.
Okay, because we've talked about this.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. I'm gonna give you my answer, and I'm gonna give you my point of view on it. So because we previously talked about this, if my girl came to me and said, "Hey, like we need to talk about like what's next steps and whatever," I'm like, okay. So she lay it on me and she tell me whatever, and she say, "You got 6 months to plan something, propose to me, and do everything." Like granted, I don't like
That's her first mistake.
what giving me an ultimatum.
Giving you the ultimatum.
I was just about to say I don't like ultimatums, but like especially like boom. So because granted, that's something that you're not going to like mention to your girl. Like, hey, like I'm planning this. This is gonna happen on this day. You're not gonna express that to her.
Yeah.
So y'all may be having this conversation. Little do she know, a month later, 2 months later, whatever, however long, maybe 2 days later, you could have something planned out. Now it's gonna look like you only did it because she mentioned it. That's one thing that I don't like. Like you're gonna ruin a surprise. You're gonna ruin something that's already set in stone, that's already in the works for you.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the part that bothers me. The or I'm single part. Or I'm hitting the streets again. Right? Go. Be single.
I feel like
Hit the streets again.
okay, I'm gonna say this also. You know, as a man, and if you talk about it with the girl that you're with, their intentions and what y'all want to do, what the end game is to be. I feel like if you know that going into that, you should have a set plan going along the way.
That's fine, but that's not how life works, right? I have certain milestones as a man that need to be hit for me before I jump into anything, let alone a marriage, right? One of them is we have to be living together for at least a year. I have to know how you live. I can't marry somebody I don't know how they live.
But you need a year to live with them, though?
How long is a lease typically?
I mean, you can break a lease up. You can go month to month. You can go 6 months at a time.
But
you
typically,
can go 10 months at a time.
Typically, how long is a lease?
I mean, typically it is a year to 16
right?
months. Yeah.
So, all right, cool. So we're going to sign the year, right? And then we'll figure everything out afterwards. Because this year sample size is letting me know, can I live with this person or can I not live with this person? Typically, it takes 90 days before you find out the bad shit.
That's fair.
Right? In relationships, you get a couple of honeymoon phases. Mm-hmm. You get the honeymoon phase when you start dating. You get the honeymoon phase when you move in together. Mm-hmm. And then you get the honeymoon phase when you guys get married again, right? Mm-hmm. So 60 to 90 days is typically when that's going to run up. Now I find out what the real is, right? I need to know if I can deal with this or not. So I need to give myself time to, one, have an adjustment period, because if there's something you really don't like about living with somebody, you can't determine that day one. You can't determine that week one, right? So we already went 90 days in. Now I'm going to give it another 90 days, which is getting us to 6 months, to see if I can deal with this or not.
Yeah.
And then the other 6 months is it worth it or not? Are you adding more value to my life than what bothers me? And sometimes it's not going to be anything that bothers you. I'll give you that, right? Sometimes, hey, not shit bothers me. Everything going right. Everything going perfect. Cool. We don't argue. Perfect. That makes the decision really easy. But that's one of my milestones. Mm-hmm. Personally, me, right? Not really that religious of a person. I would like to have a kid with you before we get married. I'm going to tell you why. I need to see how you're going to treat me after this child is born, because that changes the relationship. It changes your attachment to somebody. It changes the level of intimacy you have with somebody, because now you got a baby. And it changes the connection that you have, because now there's a third more important person there, mm-hmm. right? So, furthermore, I want to see what type of mother you are, right? If I'm not dating a single mother, if I'm dating somebody who doesn't have any kids, mm-hmm. I need to make sure that you can raise my kid properly. Now, hopefully I figure that out beforehand.
Right.
That'd be ideal, but, that's not always what happens.
Yeah.
That's just my take.
I just feel like giving an ultimatum to it sounds like you're going to settle for going and being out in the streets versus being patient, you know? Because everybody, for one, and to me, this does not matter. Financial situations are a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Life
Very much so.
situations are a thing.
Very much so.
So, like, now for this scenario that we're talking about is...
Hold on, I didn't read it yet. We
Oh.
didn't get that far. You want me to read?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so let me read. So, this guy on Facebook, I'm not going to say who because I don't know that he wants it being out there like that. This reporting organization. But here's the post. I've been dating this girl 3 years. She just told me I have 6 months to propose to her or she's getting back on dating sites. I want to marry her, but now I feel forced. I don't know how to feel about this. Headline. Woman gives her boyfriend an ultimatum after dating for 3 years. Marry me or I'm single. Go ahead. Now you can talk about what the actual post is.
So, like, financial situations are a thing. Real life situations are a thing. So, for me, I just feel like for 3 years, I'll say this. 3 years and you don't have some sort of...
I don't know. This guy, so I'm looking at his little profile picture right now. He's wearing a suit and tie. I don't,
Looks are deceiving.
well, I don't think he's struggling.
Let me see.
It's kind of blurry, but
Businessman, lawyer,
he don't look like
Okay.
he's struggling.
I give you that. But I'll say this. 3 years is a long time to wait to pop the question.
I don't think that's a long time.
I'm just speaking personally, though. Because we've talked previously, and I say a year and a half to 2 years.
I feel like most men would feel like 3 years is not only not a long time, but I feel like 3 to 5 years is kind of the sweet spot, right?
I think after 3 years, 3 to 4 years, you should be married or working on the wedding.
I think that's like I said. I feel like 3 to 5 years is a sweet spot. That's where I will propose, or because you gotta, bro. What people don't really think about, people jump into shit, right?
Mm.
But they don't think about you going through different seasons with people, right? You don't think about throughout people's life, they're gonna change. So 3 to 5 years, it gives them a chance to have that first change.
Mm.
It gives them a chance probably to get a little bit more mature. It gives them a chance to think about, because typically when we're talking about dating for marriage, you're not my age.
Mm.
You're probably a little bit younger. You're probably in your mid-20s, early to mid-20s, right? Well, if anybody knows, in your early to mid-20s, your life changes a lot.
They do.
You grow a lot. Personally, I've been in a serious relationship
Mm-hmm.
in my mid-20s, early to mid-20s, we'll say. Right? The person I was when I entered that relationship and the person I was 3 years later when I left that relationship was a completely different person. Having said that, I feel like that relationship changed a lot about me, but it was still a completely different person. Because we'll just say from 25 to 28, those are key years of your life. You start thinking about things differently.
Yeah.
You start thinking about wanting a family differently. You start thinking less about me all the time and more about what is my future? What is my legacy here, right? Cool. So in saying early to mid-20s, that's where I give you the 3 to 5 years. Now, if you're 30 plus, right, your timeline probably gets a little bit shorter. When does your brain fully develop? What is it, 28, 26?
For men, it's like 20. No, it's like 23, 24.
Is it really?
Maybe 25.
Hold on.
Because women develop way before. I think there's like 21, 22.
I All right, so the 25 myth. It says myth. Um, so this says it lifelong changes, but the easiest response is early 30s, right? Cool, early 30s. That's where I'm at. A lot of people go through a lot of shit in their 20s, and they're supposed to. That's when you're supposed to go through shit. That's when you're supposed to have heartbreaks. That's when you're supposed to binge drink. That's when you're supposed to have whatever fucking fun and outlandish shit that you want to do. That's supposed to happen in your 20s, right? Early 20s, mid 20s. By your late 20s, you should start progressing, looking towards the future. But people like to rush shit, right? So when I'm going through this binge drinking era, this fucking hoes era, and I'm just speaking for men, this bachelor lifestyle era, right? I should not be rushing a marriage or even a relationship for that matter. You got to go through that to get to this. And let me tell you something from a man's perspective, right? There's nothing worse than marrying a woman who's never gone through a hoe phase. There's nothing worse than cuffing a woman who's never gone through a hoe phase. Tell me I'm lying. You want to know why? Because eventually that shit got to happen. Women, vice versa, that shit. There ain't nothing worse than marrying a man who ain't never got no bitches. There ain't nothing worse than marrying a man. There ain't nothing worse than dating a man who ain't never got no bitches. If you don't know what that shit is like, eventually you'll find it out. I've never met a person who hasn't figured that out. Maybe I'll just hang around some fly ass motherfuckers. I don't know. I know this motherfucker right here, Mr. Bitches.
No, I'm not.
Keep a bitch around. Call him Mr. Slap a Hoe.
I don't put my hands on people.
No, it's just a nickname. It's not like an actual actionable thing.
Or have bitches.
You be smacking them in like virtue. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
All right, to this, right? Let me dissect this piece by piece. I've been dating this girl for 3 years. She just told me I have 6 months before getting on dating sites. I said this earlier. I'm gonna say it again. Do it. Go. Be single. Be on the dating sites. Because when a woman tells you that, it lets you know her actual intentions.
It also sounds like she's been thinking about that for a minute, though.
It does, but you want to go be a busybody. You want to go be a thotty mommy, right? Go. Go do that. Like I said, there's nothing worse than marrying a girl who hasn't been through her whole phase. Because it's going to happen eventually. This is what that first sentence tells me is, I haven't lived my life to the fullest yet. So I want something out of it.
Right.
I either want this ring or I want to go have these experiences, right? Well, here's what a lot of people don't understand. Your goals do not prevent you from anything. If you want to be a wife, that's not going to prevent you from wanting those experiences because you want both. At the end of the day, you're letting me know you want both. All right, cool. You're not going to get the fucking ring from me now. You want to go have those experiences. Regardless if I put this ring on you or not, you're going to have them. Mm-hmm. It's whether you're going to do it behind my back or I'm just going to let you go and do it. You ever dated a woman like that? You've never dated a woman who hasn't been through her whole phase yet.
Oh, hasn't been through her whole phase? Yeah. No, I have. I'm sorry. I misinterpreted the question.
Have you seen the signs?
Wait, actually, no, I lied. I have dated a woman that has not been through her whole phase.
That was my question.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Did you notice the signs? Like she's really yearning to do that?
Yeah.
That's something she really would like to do? How was it in your experience?
It wasn't great. It did not feel good because it's like my time was wasted.
Yeah, no, for sure.
My time was wasted and everything else was wasted. And I just was like, I just kept asking why. Like, it was so many whys. why I wasted my time? Why did I invest my time in you? Why did I do this? Why did I do that for you? So it was just a lot that went into it. And obviously, I've been on both sides of the stick.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, it don't feel good receiving it. I can only speak for me when I say it don't, like, in the end, it don't feel good putting it out either. Other than, like, having your fun. Like, but, like, that within itself, sometimes you don't even have fun with it. You just do it just to do it.
All right, so let me ask you this question. Because you're still in your mid-20s.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you had a prolonged hoe phase? Now, we have one friend in our friend group who has had an even longer hoe phase than you.
He has a forever hoe phase.
I was about to say, I feel like he has a perpetual hoe phase. But do you feel like yours has been longer than, not needed, but
longer? Projected to be?
Yes.
No.
Interesting.
No.
I can't really speak, though. And I'm going to tell you why. It's not because of what I do or how I've acted. But I feel like my shit kind of got broken up. Mine was kind of like a lot early, like early. And then I got really serious about work. And then a lot late, if that makes sense. Because when you do it that early, your brain isn't mature enough yet to understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's just, I don't even know how to put it.
Yeah.
You're not there yet. You shouldn't be doing that. But you live and you learn. Live and you learn. But yeah, like I said, if that's the ultimatum that she's giving you, let her go. Let her go. It's an unwinning battle. You're not going to win that battle. Now, if she just said, I don't think ultimatums are good anyway. That's not healthy. I don't think my therapist would tell me that's healthy.
I think saying something along the lines of, I would like to, or I want to, or I feel like this should happen. I don't feel like saying this should happen, or I want this to happen, or else.
I think a better way to phrase that is, I would like to be a wife, and I would like to be it in the next 6 months. That's a way better way of attacking that than saying, I'm about to get on some dating sites. I'm about to go hit the streets. All right, Thotty, mommy, go.
Yeah. Because that, like I said, it puts you, like, financial shit happens in life. Real life shit happens in life. So if your girl came to you and said that, and you could now go and fuck up your funds and your savings and whatever on a ring for her, and granted, the ring could only be $2,000, maybe $3,000.
You know what that'll get you at a strip club?
I don't know, because I don't go to strip clubs.
Exactly, but what I'm saying is,
I'm sure that can get you a lot.
If you press me with that, oh boy, am I about to go have the night of my life.
So what I'm saying is, like,
oh boy,
that could put you in a financial hardship to where, like, now not only are we going into this engagement and marriage and another financial debt, because I mean everybody's debt is different.
Question about debt and women. Do you think women actually process what being in debt is, process what having no money is?
Yeah.
I don't think they do, bro. All women want to do is spend, and act like money's fucking unlimited.
It depends on the kind of woman that you have.
I never met one.
I have.
I've never met a woman without a shopping problem.
I have.
Boy, where they do that at?
You gotta find her.
I don't think they exist.
I have currently am experiencing a woman.
The type of poverty you have to be from for a woman to not have a spending problem.
And you don't have to be from poverty, though.
No, I'm saying them.
They don't have to be from poverty.
I've never experienced it. I've never once experienced that. Like a girl who don't want, hey, let's go do this. Hey, let's go do that. Hey, I want this. I want that. Like it's not a thing. And I'm gonna tell you how I know it's not a thing, right? What was you at this week? You don't gotta say it.
I know. It wasn't a I want.
It wasn't I want. But you knew to make something happen.
But regardless of that person, regardless if my girl said I want, or not, I was gonna make it happen.
That's not the point. The point being is expectations are set, right?
There was no expectations.
They don't have to say I want, but you know,
I know what she likes.
I gotta That's my point. My point is
she could tell me what she like all day. That don't mean she wants it. I can go on a random fucking Thursday.
Hey, what do you like?
Me?
Yeah, what do you like?
I like guns.
You want a gun right now?
Not necessarily.
If I were to offer you a free gun right now, you gonna take it?
Of course.
Exactly.
It's free.
Exactly. What else you like?
That doesn't mean I want it.
What else you like?
My woman.
Nah. Give me something tangible that I could offer you right now.
Cars, trucks, like.
If I offer you a truck right now, you gonna take that shit?
I mean, I'm sure I would.
You want that shit.
It's not that I want it though.
Hey, listen. It might not be financially responsible to do right now. But if you didn't want it, you wouldn't take it.
It's free though.
If you didn't want it, you wouldn't take it. Listen, if somebody offered me a fucking, I ain't taking that shit. I don't want that. That's probably a terrible example.
It really was. You gotta give something better, brother.
That's probably a terrible example.
You gotta give something better.
If somebody offered me a bottle of Hennessy right now, I'm not taking that shit.
You don't like Hennessy.
I don't want that shit.
Because you don't like it.
Hey, take that garbage shit somewhere else.
If somebody offered you season pass tickets to the fucking Bears game for every fucking...
I want that. I want it.
But you're going to
I
take
want it.
because it's free.
No, I'm going to take it because I want that shit.
But it's free.
I want that shit bad.
It's free,
Please,
though.
somebody come offer me that.
But you're missing it.
You know what I would give for that?
When you get with somebody, you learn what they like, what they dislike, like all of this stuff.
Do you? I don't take the time out of my day to do that.
Obviously.
It's not important.
But like what I'm saying is like if you do find out those things, like you go on a random day, like, oh man, like
you want to know what's hilarious? You want to know what's really fucking funny? I just had an argument about this earlier. Today. About some fucking flowers. About, oh, why don't I randomly get flowers? So-and-so randomly got flowers. Well, guess what? We not in the same position that I was then.
I'm going to say this. As a woman, as a man, you cannot compare anything in the past with anything that you dealt with or anybody that you dealt with.
Yeah.
You can tell somebody what you like, what you dislike, what you want, like what your needs are. And if they meet, it's their choice if they meet them. If they want to do those things for you out of the kindness of their heart. But you can't expect that just because you said something.
Okay, but here's another thing, right? If you didn't have the money to do what you did, would you have still done it?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I mean about women don't understand financial situations. Because you still would have done what you did.
I would have just made a way.
To make her happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes there's no way.
Sometimes there isn't a way. You're right.
And that's what the flowers thing is.
And that's what you communicate.
Hey, yo, check it out. Listen, financially, and listen, I know flowers is cheap. A lot of expenses have shown up lately. Mm-hmm. You know, right at my doorstep. Right at my fucking doorstep. I wasn't expecting these expenses. They happened. They happened, right? Cool. It don't mean I ain't about to get another check. Mm-hmm. It don't mean I ain't about to have some more, but it's going to be a second. You know? People also don't understand this. The amount of money I spend doing this. Mm-hmm. The amount of money I spend to make more money at a later date. Because not all money you spend is going to yield you something right now. That's something I had to learn about financial literacy. Sometimes you got to spend money now to make money down the road. Sometimes you got to invest in some shit to see the payout later. But guess what? The investment is coming out of pocket. Sometimes you got to make the investment whether it's going to break you or not. Right? Cool. But that's a big thing that I don't feel like women understand either. Is not seeing tangible evidence of the future. Sometimes you just gotta trust some shit, man. But yeah, as for that ultimatum shit, nah. Can't do it, won't do it, will never do it. Okay. Hey, tell me you want to go on some dating sites. I dare you. Go. Have fun. Knock yourself out. What Kanye said. Wait a couple months, then you gonna see. You'll never find nobody better than me. As a man, you gotta feel that way.
Okay.
I just feel like you gotta feel like you're the best your girl ever had. The best she ever could have.
Yeah, I mean, you can feel like that.
I don't see why you wouldn't. You feel like you treat her the best out of everybody, right?
100%.
You feel like you do more. Otherwise, why is she here?
Yeah.
I gave you the best you ever had. Go find better. Oh, wait, you've been searching 3 years. You still haven't. It hasn't been 3 years. You've been searching about 2 years. Still haven't found nothing better. No ring, no engagement. No nothing, huh? No post. No stories. It's a bunch of heartbreak. Don't worry, I see them TikTok reposts. All right. Let's get into this next topic. No context here. Right? This is just random. This is totally random.
For them.
This is just totally random, right? If you go from being the side dude of a chick, so she's cheating on her man with you, right? Mm. And then you go and get in a relationship with the same woman. Why would you think that she's not going to cheat on you too? Hey, let me tell you something that I learned sometime in middle school, maybe even elementary school. Same way you get her is the same way you going to lose her. Mm. And guess what? That's held true my entire life. Hey, if she was fast when I got her, if that's why I got her because she was fast, same way I lost her because she fast.
I'm not about to get in a relationship with somebody that's cheating on their significant other or their spouse.
No, not at all. Wow, that's some dumb shit to do.
I feel like that's dumb on your part because, like you said, if they are cheating on you already, cheating on their spouse already with you, then what makes you think that they won't do it with you?
Well,
like on you, with you.
Some dudes just think they that fly. Like they just think like, oh, I got the biggest dick in the world. I'm that fly. I'm that cool. I'm that guy, right? Actually, I feel like most dudes feel like that. I feel like most dudes feel like I'm that guy. Here's the problem. It don't have shit to do with you. It don't have a motherfuck to do with you. Here's the one thing that I tell you about people in this world, and this applies to everybody. People live by habits. People are habitual, right? If you learn a person good enough, you'll know what their actions are going to be and how they're going to react in every single situation. Mm-hmm. If you learn a person good enough, right?
Yeah.
You know who's a prime example of this? Me. Mm-hmm. Lonnie can tell you how I'm going to act or react in any situation. He's seen it enough. Everybody's like that. Some people are a little bit better at hiding it. Some people are a little bit worse at hiding it. But regardless, if you figure out somebody's habits, if you figure out their MO, you read them like a book. You read them like you know when they're lying, you know when they're doing this. Hey, if they do this, that means this. Mm-hmm. But if you get a girl who's cheating on her man with you, what the fuck do you think's gonna happen to you when it's time?
Yeah.
here's another thing that guys don't realize about women. They're super emotional creatures, which means everything at the beginning is going to be intensified by 1,000.
Yeah.
They're going to love you more. They're going to want to fuck you more. They're going to want to suck your dick more. Everything that you get in the beginning, I'm not going to say it's a lie, but it's not the truth. It's not the truth. It's them projecting what they think you want so they can catch what they want, which is you at the time, right? But at a certain point, that wears off. That intensity, that lust wears off, right? And now you're just you. And the same thing that happened to that dude for being just him is the same thing that's going to happen to you for being just you. It's simple, bro. Everybody has their habits. Everybody has their ways of life, and they're going to live by them. And like I say about change all the time, it takes a lot to change a person.
But you shouldn't be changing for a person. You should only change for yourself, though.
No, for sure. But that's why you can't change for a person. You can only change for yourself. Mm-hmm. Because of how much it takes. It's the same thing I say with addiction. You can be clean for months. You can be clean for years. The first time you take a hit again, guess what? You back at it like a motherfucking crack addict. I know a dude who's trying to take a break from bitches. Because that's his addiction. It's women. I applaud you for doing that. Do that. Go crazy doing that, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, next time you go ahead and make the decision, you right back on this shit. You addicted to pussy, dog. It's not me, I swear it's not me.
Oh, it ain't me either.
Well, no, I know it's not you. I'm just saying. I know, like, I feel like I foreshadowed like it was me, but it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm addicted to pussy. I think it's something else.
It's up to you to disclose that.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to. I don't think I think it's something else.
Yeah.
No homo. Let me just get that out the way. Let me just get that out the way, you know?
Just leave that right there.
I already know what the black women gonna say.
What they gonna say?
He's gay.
I don't think so.
Bro, that's their response to everything. Yeah. That's their response to everything.
I don't think they're gonna say that about you.
You know, you set me up for a punchline, and I just didn't even take it this time.
What I set you up for?
Because you said, I don't think they're gonna say it about you, and I was about to be like, do we feel bad for the side dudes who get cheated on?
No, because that's their choice. They know what they're getting themselves into. If I'm being completely honest.
I feel like I can say that across the board for anybody, though. I can't feel bad for you for something that's your own doing.
Yeah.
And, like, you didn't make that person cheat on you, but your decision-making skills were not there. You made some terrible fucking decisions, and now you got to live with the consequences of not your actions, but your decisions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been... wait, you got anything? Okay, cool. Damn, fuck. It's going to be short as hell. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Do Say Nice with LV. He's Lonnie. I am Victor. Episode 116. Like, follow, share, subscribe on all platforms. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts. That's it.
Let's finish our glass, I guess. Do you even? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think you got a little bit more than me. Or we might have about the same amount.
Same, yeah.
Probably about.
All right.
All right. That's about a shot.
Up to it, down to it, Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we're used to it. Drink, motherfucker, drink.
Sorry that we went so short, guys. Next time I'll put like 6 topics on there. And just like that, we gone.